All right, welcome back. It's now time to take a look at the papers. All right, newspaper reviewer Chukwudi Abuja is right here with us this morning. Claire's supposed to be introducing you. I do not know what happened. Maybe.
No, it doesn't matter who does.
I am free for all.
No, you're not free. You are free for all, but not for everybody.
I said that to get Madam Claire's reaction.
Sorry,
Chukwudi.
How are you, ladies?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chukwudi. You don't feel as if you're preparing for tomorrow.
October 1.
Exactly. I thought you
October 1 is a necessary routine. Routine because it occurs every other year, and it's necessary because nationhood is not something you take from the branches of trees.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So we normally are looking forward to it. The mood of the people, though, might not be too excited because of the economic, times we are in, but life is the best you can get from nature, from God, and hope is even bigger than what you have now.
For those who believe in the faith, one faith or the other.
Exactly.
I tell you that it was not said that there wouldn't be challenges in the world. So sometimes
challenges make your life interesting.
Precisely.
If you have the right frame of mind.
So sometimes we look at the brighter side of things. I mean, assuming you were in one of those countries now that are,
at war.
Yes, at war.
At war.
Conflict prone.
Where,
Let's say Sudan,
where
for
freedom
instance.
of expression is a big deal for them and all that.
So these are the things
you would live like a half human being.
I agree. So many things to be grateful for. But for me, as a younger person, I would look forward to when Independence Day would have what we used to have those days, where kids would go to the stadium, have march past, would have debates, would have, a lot of events, to celebrate the country. And then I think for me, I think, that spirit you talk about, patriotism, you start to build it that way, right? So, I mean, I just wish we could actually go back to those days. I used to enjoy it as a young child, looking forward to the march past and all the events that
I don't know
colorful
what to say
events.
about my time.
Honestly,
we had it all.
Honestly, we look forward to it, and unfortunately, those memories, lie with us, people like us.
They would linger.
Yes, except we share. People won't understand what it is, and especially with the recent happening yesterday, right on the front page of the Daily Trust, one of our colleagues, with our sister station, Rise TV presenter, who unfortunately lost her life. We hear in an Abuja robbery, which of course a lot of people have been talking about. Maybe, really, I don't know, Chukwudi, would you want to start on that?
The first thing I say is that we lost a storyteller. When we tell you in the training room or at the training sessions that, yes, you're a reporter, but the ultimate for you is to become a storyteller. Storytelling is different from plain reporting. You develop something that sounds like a feature, but you're doing hard news. Well, you know how you unite that to lead you to your track-ups and all that. And the people really get excited. You build melody and entertainment, even in reporting hard news. Storytellers are capable of that.
Unfortunately, we do run parallel shifts, so I don't get to see...
She was a lawyer too.
Yes, yeah. I don't get to see much of, her works because, yes, we do have parallel shifts. So
it's really unfortunate.
But I think, I don't know, Yenre, you...
Very sad, 29-year-old. All the comments that I have read so far have not been good. I just hope that the police can do something about this.
And they should put everything on the table.
Exactly.
On the face of it, we are told it was robbery. Police don't work that way. They are going to put everything on the table and examine the circumstances. Her health, for instance, was saying something like Now I know why she passworded virtually all her doors. Safety was of utmost importance to her. So you better look in more to know whether it went beyond robbery.
All right, we do stand with our colleagues in our sister stations at this
unfortunate.
We express our condolences. But let's move on now to other, some cheering news. Northern leaders unite against challenges. It's also on the front page of the Daily Trust. And I admire the northern leaders. They always rise up to the occasion, and the way they go about, addressing issues, challenging brothers and sisters in the north, again shows, the essence of unity, the essence of dialogue.
Yes.
And speaking in one voice.
There's a side to it that might not be so cheering. When you begin to push regional things to a point where it seems that you're talking about your region only, and the green, white, green is taking second place. That's when I say some people should watch what they say concerning the regions they come from. Otherwise, Claire, you have a great point when you talk about, I used to talk about the equanimity of the northerner, taking the good with the bad. They know when to come together to confront a common challenge. And unlike some regions where everybody's at the same time, you too big, you day your house and all that, I praise the North for it. But it's beginning to wane a bit. It's not as it was then, but it is still there, and it's something that should be commended.
But don't you also think that, what they're doing should be a clarion call for other leaders to sit up? Because if we all rise up to the issues, because the issues that challenge the different, zones differ. They yes, in scope and in content and in context. Yes. So it's you must look inwards and begin to look for local solutions to your challenges.
That's it.
And I think that's what the northern leaders are doing. They're looking at themselves.
In the face of insurgency and banditry, I dare say the North is doing well. Because those are factors that are enough to scatter the entire landscape. But they still manage some level of cohesion. We should be commended.
All right, my final take before Henry takes our papers. Court holds action as Dangote Pengasin meeting drags on.
I like that because I've always said, why don't you approach the industrial court? Why begin to ask people to unplug things? Don't let this flow and all that. The court is always the final arbiter. The earlier you go to it, the better. If Joy does not do it. So I like the way the defendant in this case is saying, no, their actions will be inimical to our operations and all that. It's a court procedure they have embarked upon, which I think is the ultimate. I was reading Professor Ife yesterday when he was telling Pengasin, this case of yours might not stand and all, but please, let's not say anything that turns out sub judice since it's gone to court. But I'm one of those who frown on, what's happening now. Let me not say on behalf of who.
I think the layman is asking, if you look at all the other unions, the road transport union, which other union again? There's so many of them.
Yes.
They do not go and picket or shut down, their counterparts in the other private sector. Remember that.
That's why I'm told if there's an overreach, which I refrain from because the matter is in court now.
The floor is yours.
All right, so let's see what other papers are carrying this morning. I'll begin with the leadership at my end. It's this one here. ASU gives federal government 14-day ultimatum over unresolved issues.
ASU again. Yeah.
They will never leave the news, right?
There was this editor I like, Lara Wise, or Where Wise. She made her caption on one of those ASU, it's become a showbiz now. She made her caption, FG, please don't. ASU, we will. It has not changed 12 years on. The caption was FG, please don't go on strike. ASU, we will. No, I keep on praising Lara for that caption. The situation has not changed.
I think there is a lot that needs to be looked at between ASU and the federal government
Exactly.
agreement. The key issue is the agreement.
You might need a microscope to examine,
exactly.
or maybe binoculars.
Exactly.
Because it seems there is more to it than meets the eye. That's the point you may be making.
All right. Away from ASU, some other political stories. Jonathan free to run, but Nigerians recall his failures. That's coming from the presidency, and that's coming as a result of the different headlines that the former president may be running in 2027. Looking away from some of the headlines Claire has read, we have here, court says Utomi's shadow government illegal.
Yes.
Government declares
that
tomorrow.
Came out 2 days ago. Right?
Yes. Government declares tomorrow public holiday, cancels Independence Day parade.
Claire has mentioned.
Fresh flood alert issued to 18 states. And INEC is saying Nigerians still have confidence in the electoral process.
Yes.
Looking at the blueprint quickly now. The blueprint here, we have FG on Nigeria at 65. With renewed hope, Tinubu has removed barriers to nation's progress. The riders, bold reforms stabilizing economy, restoring investor confidence. Tax Act's implementation will boost nation's revenue base, and that's according to Idris. Looks like that's about it. Okay, and then Nel Fund reveals timelines for 2025-2026 applications. So it's important that those in school can go and
very commendable project,
check
that
out.
one.
Finally, British diplomats, reports of genocide against Christians in Nigeria. False. Details on page 6.
May God bless him. What did we say yesterday? Some NGOs tend to get overzealous about things happening in this country. I'm not saying Nigeria is a haven. I'm not saying Nigeria is the best place on earth at the moment. But then it also does not entail a situation where you go over exaggerating the situation as it is. A lot of things are happening in other parts of the world, and we cannot be isolated from those things as well.
That is my take. Just before I sign you off, I'm asking, if you say what is happening in Nigeria amounts to genocide, why hasn't the UN declared what is happening in other parts of the country, in Gaza, by Israel?
No, they finally did last week.
I mean, it's still under...
Because the Netanyahu onslaught has become unspeakable to the likes of me.
Anyway, but you can't compare what is happening there and what is... I mean, these are our own challenges. Yes. They are not as if it's something you cannot... The government is addressing those challenges as they come.
No, they might need to do more, but give it to them, they are. And what I say is this: when this happens, strategic communication suggests that you do not let them outclass you in terms of putting out the bad word.
But again, this is where
you also give your own
media,
version of it.
This is where the media, comes into play, because most of what the outside world, say about us is what we project to them. So I think that we need to do more and be more, have more of a national interest, than international interest.
Yeah, on Sunday, I said that the journalist is a gadfly. He is a merciless person, a maverick. But when it comes to nation, it's not everything that happens in America that the American journalists report.
Thank you.
So we need to learn from that.
Chukwudi, thank you. And just before, again, Trump seems to have brokered peace deal.
He and Netanyahu have agreed on a peace deal. And they said if Hamas does not accept it, Israel will descend on Hamas. Does that sound peaceful, Claire?
But I hear that Hamas is unlikely to accept.
Actually, they're brokering a situation where former British Prime Minister Tony Blair could be on the board.
Absolutely.
Of them. It's quite interesting. Let's see how it plays out.
Unfolds. Thank you, Chukwudi. Thank you very much, as always.
Thank you.
Please fly away. You remember our songs in those days, you don't remember?
Oh, fly away to glory.
No, please don't fly away there now. Please fly away to your feet. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Oh, dear.
Chairman.